Of all the standards we teach in kindergarten, this might be one of the most misunderstood standards. So let's take a look at KOA 5, also known as operations in algebraic thinking. Well, what this standard does is it asks that students fluently add and subtract within 5. And remember that as we're going through the standard, this is talking about an end of the year expectation. So let's take a look at that word fluency. Well, fluency is composed of 3 main parts. If a student is fluent, they are able to work accurately, efficiently, and flexibly when working with numbers. And again, in kindergarten, this is only through the number 5. So what does it mean? What am I looking for if students are using accuracy, efficiency, and flexibility in a kindergarten classroom? Well, if they're accurate, I just want to see if they're right. Is the work that they're working on, is it precise? It's attending to SMP, the Standard of Mathematical Practice, number 6. If they're efficient, I want to see if they're using their fingers. Sure, efficiency and using fingers is a big piece in kindergarten, but the problem is if we don't move students away from counting on their fingers in kindergarten and first grade, then we might have some students in 9th grade that are still counting with their fingers. We want students to be efficient. And last but not least, we're going to see if they can think flexibly. What types of flexible understanding do they have? And that might be by just using some of their initial understanding of properties, how 3 plus 1 is the same as 1 plus 3. These are the things that we'll be looking for as we go ahead and assess what this standard looks like. As we begin assessing this operations in an algebraic standard to see if students are fluent within 5, there's a couple things that I'm going to be looking for. So a student who is progressing towards this standard, well, they might require some manipulatives. So they might need some counters, they could use a rec and rec, or they might just also use their fingers. But as students are looking to compute and looking to solve, add, or subtract within 5, I'm looking to see if they're able to do this mentally and if it takes longer than 3 to 5 seconds. So let's take a look at what this looks like.
All right, so here's our cave. How many bears are inside the cave right now?
None.
There's none, okay. So we ready to go? Go ahead and close your... How many bears do you see?
5.
You see 5 bears. Love it. All right, close your eyes for me. You're not looking? All right. Here we go. All righty. How many bears are inside the cave?
So as you can see here, the questions have been asked and the student goes to one-to-one counting.
4.
4? Why do you say 4?
Because there's only 1, and if you add, you'd have 5, so there's 4 in there.
Do you want to see?
Yeah.
Let's see. Open it up. Let's see how many's in the cave. How did you do?
Good.
Good. All right, let's try it again. Ready? Close your eyes for me. Okay, ready? Okay, open your eyes. How many bears are in the cave?
1.
1? How did you get 1?
Because I know there's 4, so if you add 1 more, there would be 5.
Okay, I like it. Close your eyes.
So again, I'm going to keep doing this a couple times and seeing is the student fluent or do they rely on that one-to-one correspondence. This student continues to use their fingers, which in kindergarten is to be expected, but in terms of assessing this standard, we're progressing. We're moving on our way.
3? Why 3?
Because if there's 2, you add 3 more, and that's 5.
I love it. Do you want to see? Take a look. All right.
A student who meets this standard is able to fluently recall all the facts from memory that are within 5. Let's see what that might look like.
5.
5 bears? Okay. Close your eyes for me. All right. All right. Open up your eyes. I just put some bears inside the cave. How many bears are inside the cave?
3.
3? How did you get 3 so quickly?
Because 2 plus 3 is 5.
Oh, I love it, man. Okay, close your eyes for me. Close your eyes. Alrighty. Okay. Not yet. All right, open your eyes. How many bears are inside the cave?
4.
4. How did you get 4?
Because if you take away 4 and you only have 1, 4 plus 1 is 5.
I love it, man. Good stuff. I don't think you need these bears.
What I really appreciated about that student was that you could tell that these facts, this 4 plus 1 and this 1 plus 4 idea that they've internalized, it's not something that's been memorized. It's been built from memory. And the way that I would assess that and the way that I'm coming to that conclusion is that even though they're looking at those numbers, they're thinking about the relationship between addition and subtraction. One time he used addition, the next time he used subtraction, but we're talking about the exact same context of bears in a cave. That's student ownership of their understanding. The big difference here is that those facts have been built from memory. So this from memory term is brought up 3 times in the K2 classroom. Let's look at that vertical alignment. In kindergarten, students should be building fluency through 5, first grade fluency through 10, and second grade fluency through 20. Let's slow down, let's not rush, and let's give students the opportunity to really explore these operations in algebraic thinking standards. It'll pay off for them in the long run.